Welcome back to another casted game of Age of Empires 4 featuring two absolute Age of Empires pros. We have here in the blue, it says it's Ree, but this is really BCQT, aka a Starcraft 2 pro, and he is currently ranked number 2 on the ladder, and he's playing as the Delhi Sultanate. Not a stiff you see so often right now. Versus GL Doubt. You know him, he's the Age of Empires 2 pro, and he's certainly been very good at Age of Empires 4 so far, and this should be, no doubt, a very fun game to cast. Now you see Doubt coming out with his early villager to build a dock. Now he's playing as the Abbasid Dynasty, who do get cheaper docks. Their docks only cost 75 wood, half the cost, but it looks like he did maybe anticipate this and ran out here with a scout and is trying to block this dock from getting built. Meanwhile, we have BCQT dropping a dock of his own. Of course, Delhi fishing boats do fight, making them particularly good in the Dark Age. Maybe that villager's going to die here. Let's see. I'm not sure if that villager's going to make it back home. Might just barely make it home. Let's watch and see. But obviously, you're going to see a little bit of river play. This is Mongolian Heights. No Mongols here, though. It does look like that villager will escape, but Doubt will be losing one villager. Assuming it gets caught there by that scout. Yeah, one more hit should do that villager in. So a good early pickup for Beastie Cutie. And, as far as this matchup, these two civilizations, I feel like, Delhi's ranked very, I think, really low right now in a lot of people's rankings, but Abbasid aren't particularly high either. So I feel like if I was a Delhi player here, I wouldn't be too upset to have this matchup. Now, one thing you got to be careful of, Abbasid has access to those Dark Age rams, but usually you don't see them till maybe the Feudal Age, but they do have that siege engineering researched right away, so that's one plus for them. Particularly if you wanted to make a ram and go take down this dock, he could do it, and these fishing boats really couldn't stop it. And you do see here he is idling, or rather attacking at least the fishing boats of Doubt with those Delhi attack fishing boats. It's usually it's hard to get enough to actually kill a fishing boat just with the amount of healing that's laid down by the dock, and I sometimes wonder the merit of doing this. But if he's not paying attention, it does actually look like he will be able to take out a fishing boat. Looks like maybe 3 is the magic number to out damage the healing done by the fishing by the dock. So he's going to be basically nullifying Doubt's water presence here with his fishing boats. But at the same time, even though he is stopping those fishing boats, he's also not gathering fish. Although I think he is maybe fishing right here. Yes, he is fishing. So maybe his idea is just he's going to fish his opponent's fish outside the dock and therefore idle them. So smart move from Beastie Cutie. I highly recommend on any of these hybrid maps using those Delhi fishing boats to your advantage, because that's one of their probably biggest strengths as far as in the early game. And there aren't many of them right now. Over here we got Doubt dropping down his House of Wisdom. Now the Abbasid Dynasty does age up through this building. Researches it kind of like the traditional Age of Empires civilization or games do at a building. He'll queue up his age up. So I was going to get that tech. Now, one other thing to know about the Abbasid, it makes them a little bit vulnerable. They only have 2 landmarks. So if you can really quick get some trebuchets or bombards in range or some rams, you can very quickly end the Abbasid with a good push. It's just a matter of getting to that position. But I do feel like BCQT is in a nice little lead here to start off, considering he's kind of won this water fight. Looks like we do have a mosque back at home. He is not currently researching anything, though I expect official production will be coming in soon. Meanwhile, 4 villagers on gold. We've got 10 on wood and 4 on food. And of course, we have fishing boats out here. There we go. A few fishing boats coming out, trying to maybe grab some fish while the... Now that is some pro micro right there. Getting just a little bit of fishing in while the enemy is away, and then he'll garrison back on in there and heal up. Let's see if he pulls him in time. Oh, he might. Oh, right at the last second. Riveting Dark Age gameplay here. Let's see if he gets the next one. Into the dock they go, picking up just a little bit extra food. Let's see if that age up is in queue. We do have it going up with the economic wing, which will unlock, of course, fresh foodstuffs, allows to reduce the cost to produce villagers by 50%. A huge technology to get. Costs 125 gold and 50 food, so he's going to leave a few guys on gold. You do see him going for some stone. Anytime you see your opponent going for stone in transition, that typically indicates an early town center. Could also be a stone tower. It could be maybe a stone wall segment with a stone wall tower, but likely going for a second town center. Pretty common for the Abbasid Dynasty. Look at all the sheep that have been picked up for Ree, aka Beastie Cutie. Obviously, he did a good job getting those. I don't think Doubt has. Where's his sheep? Oh my gosh! Did a scout possibly die somewhere when I wasn't watching? That is a lot of sheep. Holy cow! Okay, so Beastie Cutie has all the food here, basically. Now, you know, the Abbasid Dynasty, just like the Delhi, does get their boosted rates of gathering at the berry bushes. So these are actually will gather at the same rate as hunting deer without any upgrades. So, you know, it's not the end of the world to have to gather from berries. But, man, I'd be a little bit nervous about this fish boom that's going on right now. See a second dock being queued up right now for the Delhi Sultanate. Dome of Faith coming down. 8 villagers working on building that. He really wants to age up quickly to catch up with Doubt. I don't typically see 8 villagers building that age 2 landmark, but here he goes. Oh my gosh. Beastie Cutie is the sheep king. Look at this. Look at it. 18 sheep. I swear he got every single sheep on the map. Oh, I would say that. Looks like 5 were picked up by Doubt, but oh my gosh. What a legend. Okay, meanwhile, I have a town center kind of by the water, but sticking by the tree line. I don't know if does this have enough range? I guess it will to shoot fishing boats as they pass here. I almost wonder if we could build a little closer to the water, but this will be interesting. Does Beastie Cutie see this? Yes, he does see it. He knows it's coming. It's a matter of how he's going to respond, I guess. There we go. A second dock is down. So it's going to heal his ships if there is an engagement or something going on here. Sorry, the colors seem to be bugged out a little bit, so I will not switch perspectives if the case that's messing with you. Okay, is he going to garrison in here? I thought he might. There we go. There we go. Some shots coming down on those fishing boats. Now, I think he can just move up the river and fish, and he'll be just fine. I think he'll be fine. Meanwhile, working on dropping an outpost. Maybe he'll use some stone. Does he have any left in the bank? He has 20 left in the bank. I don't know if that'll be enough to make a stone wall, turn an outpost into a stone outpost upgraded. Meanwhile, a second, we do have scholars in queue going to this Moss training, getting Sanctity. It'll be coming in about 3 minutes, so he can start picking up those sacred sites and generating gold. Meanwhile, getting gold on his own, I think he might be looking to age. That's a lot of villagers on gold. And one thing to know about Delhi Sultanate is they don't spend gold in the second age. All their techs are free. So if you see 10 villagers on gold, that likely indicates your opponent is trying to go for a fast castle. So I do expect we'll be seeing an age about Delhi. Delhi really does shine in the castle age, in my opinion. And he's got plenty of food income here, getting his gold back at home. So while Doubt's kind of struggling to react to what's going on in water, or doing the best he can, rather. Now, he does have a second town center, so all is not lost right now. But Delhi's looking to be in a very strong position. Let's look at the villager count. Currently 43 for Delhi and 34 for Abbasid. And towers being built up here. Now, Doubt is clever. He's upgrading these to have arrow slits, which increases the garrison arrow range by +2. Only 1 weapon emplacement can be added to his towers, just so you know. There you go. You can see that it gets that cool little top on it. That's how you know it's got arrow slits. And but let's be honest, this is a lot of investment. This doesn't mean Doubt's going to get any fishing in, really. It's just trying to stop Delhi from doing their fishing. But the damage might already be done, to be honest. He's already got look at that. He's just about got the res he needs to age up. I expect we'll see Compound Defender. Although, you know what? I've seen Beastie Cutie go with the House of Learning, which I feel like no one really does right now because those techs, take so long to get. Losing some villagers there to some fishing boats. 1 villager down, 2 villagers down. Is that 3 villagers or 2 villagers? I see 2 dead bodies there. So certainly not the outcome there. So, I just feel like Delhi's got the clear eco advantage right now. What's Doubt going to do? I feel like he's reacting, trying to do something, but just falling further behind in the eco game, most likely. 44 villagers versus 36. Now, he does have 2 town centers training. But is that enough to outweigh the fact that you got 2 dogs that have been gathering fish this whole game? He's going to very soon going to be getting, looks 30 seconds, Sanctity is going to be coming in, so he's going to be taking one of those sacred sites, generating gold that way. And he can also start building either a demo ship, or he could build a Baglod. We'll have to see what he goes for. Looks like there's a few little raiding archers for Delhi, stopping Doubt from gathering any stone or gold here on the back line. You know, I said it, and there it is, the House of Learning. A peculiar choice for the Delhi Sultanate. It used to be an awesome option. Perhaps BCQD just started playing Delhi and is just thinking, you know, this is the best option. But I really do think Compound Defender is probably better, at least with the current bug rate of that House of Learning. Because I used to go for the House of Learning to get those Honed Blades all the time. It's just so terribly slow, and you'll see. I'll show you once he ages up. By the way, if you want to see the Delhi bugs, I did make a Delhi bug tier list on YouTube. It's pretty funny. Go check it out on the channel, and leave a comment and let me know what you think. Okay, there we go. Check this out. This is why you don't go up with this. Look at this. It's going to take, what, 15 minutes and 45 seconds to get Honed Blades. I mean, is the game still... Game could be over by then. And you know, you want the second you age up to have that landmark giving you some kind of advantage, something you can do out on the battlefield. And Compound Defender would allow him to build some stone wall towers here. If he wanted to, or start to wall in his enemy, do some fun things to reduce the cost of his keeps. But instead, he's going to be waiting 15 more minutes till he's going to get Honed Blade. So I don't know. Don't think it's worth it. Don't think it's worth it. Meanwhile, picking up the Sacred Site, this will start generating 200 gold per minute. There is a buff to Sacred Site gather rates for the Delhi Sultanate. So you always want to pick this up once you have that tech in queue. We used to see this very early on in the game when this was available as a tech in Dark Age. But now this is about when you get it. He's about the 12-minute mark. Also picking up a relic. So he'll be bringing those relics home, getting 400 gold per minute, since that's 2 of those. These archers are certainly going to die, but he's just trying to pick up just a few more villagers. Let's look at that villager count. Delhi sitting on 51 versus the 45 of Doubt. You know, Doubt's not that far behind in the villager count right now, all things considered. He has done a good job denying the fishing. Oh my gosh, I would say gathering, but look at this. They're just down. That one's bugged out, but they're gathering fish down here. So not really denying a whole lot with those towers, and that was a lot of investment. Not only were there several towers, there's also upgraded. There's the stone emplacements. Also, yeah, it's a lot of defensive investments. And there we go. We do see the Sacred Victory has started. We don't have a timer here in the replay, unfortunately, but in about 10 minutes, so about just after the 20-minute mark, if that does not get recaptured, that could be a victory for BCQD there. Now, this Sacred Site is going to be a little bit hard to hold. This would be a good spot maybe to just drop a keep. Oh, look at that. We do have an attack ship on the river. What's going on back at home? Training some men-at-arms. Definitely a smart decision. Really strong units for Delhi. He's got a bunch of these combined with the sprinting that you can do. Now, look at this. He knows that... I think he knows how long that's going to take, and he's building extra moss to try to bump it up. Still another 13 minutes. So I would almost, in this situation, if he really wants that Honed Blade set, consider buying some full-price scholars. He has plenty of gold. He has the generation from the Sacred Sites. He's got some relics. I think he maybe could afford it. By the way, Delhi trick, guys. If you click this button, assign scholar directly. I ignored this for a long time. If you toggle it on, you can click it. It'll make it so the scholar automatically spawns inside of the mosque instead of spawning like right next to it and then having to train it back in, garrison it back in. Even though if you right-click the building, it still will garrison outside. It will spawn outside of the mosque. So click that on if you're training scholars and want them to go directly into the mosque. Let me know in the comment if you didn't know about that. Always curious. I just learned about this recently, so it's a pretty cool tip. What's going on over here? A few horsemen running around. They've got that mobility, but not going to be any match to go head-to-head with the men-at-arms. Man-at-arms. Yeah, they got arms. They're men. They got man. They got arms. Okay, let's see what's left here. Another 8 minutes of Honed Blade. So he was able to shave off a lot of time by training some additional scholars. He's continuing to garrison in them. And there we go. A dock did go down. And what is that? Oh, demo ship. Dock going down, doing a lot of damage to that outpost. Although these arrows, these dowels, looks like one dow going down. But I do think that BCQD is going to be taking control of the water here. And there we go. Sacred Site victory is going to be stopped. It does appear by a single horseman. Actually, this one was stopped too. So if you were counting on that Sacred Site victory, that is not happening for now. But Delhi's in excellent position. Although, losing several Dows kind of for free to this outpost, it feels. But maybe it's a calculated risk. Maybe he didn't care. Maybe he's doing something else. But building some, look at that. We have some battering rams back at home. He did get the tech so that siege engineering at the blacksmith, so he's able to train his battering rams. 300 would have popped. They've been nerfed just a little bit. They go a little slower, and they have a little bit less HP. But still, great options for siege, especially taking on these outposts. Oh my gosh, he's going to lose his attack ship. Hopefully he pulls that back if he wants to keep it alive. Doubt has just now reached the castle age. It does look like he went up with, what was he getting here? This is the, see, that's the culture wing. So this was the, it's escaping me right now. I generally know it's the technology ring. Maybe it's the technology wing. I don't know. It's the something wing. I'm a goofball. I've forgotten. I played a ton of Abbasid during earlier betas. I just haven't played them recently. So some of the names just escape me. Here we go. What's going on? Got some spearmen back at home and man-at-arms. Oh boy, those horsemen probably don't want to be engaging that. It's the wing. It's the wing. It's the house. It's got wings. Okay, meanwhile, Doubt really loves his outposts, but I do believe that these rams have another plan in mind for this outpost. A lot of hard work went into building these beautiful stone structures under the fire of the river and all those attack fishing boats. But now in come the rams, quickly taking down this beautiful structure of the Abbasid Dynasty. And there you go. There you see it crumbling to the ground. And now they've got their eyes set on the town center. Now, though it's been recently discovered, you can actually retarget rather with the capital town center. So if this was happening right now, you could actually retarget to hit these units. On the new town centers that you build, it does target the closest unit first, so you can still abuse the fact that it will only be shooting at the rams and doing almost no damage. And down goes that second town center. But meanwhile, a few knights for the Abbasid Dynasty, but I don't think it's going to be enough. There's a few spears in there. There's some men-at-arms. Oh boy, and I do wonder if this is just going to be enough to take the fight to Doubt. Just a few rams and some men-at-arms and pikes. Not a big army, not the epic battle you expect to see. I think it's going to just be a quick, dirty ram push here. And there's only 2 buildings you got to kill for the Abbasid Dynasty. So now it does have a lot of HP, right? It has 12,000 HP plus the 7,000 of the town center. So it won't just roll over quite yet, but he's going to go after the military production buildings right now. Doubt, looks like Doubt was really going to commit to the cavalry. I wonder if we'll see more pikes in queue, having seen that, or if it's be more men-at-arms. Nothing right now. Is Honed Blades in? We're still another 3 minutes left to go. So no benefit yet from that age 3 landmark for the Delhi Sultanate. What's going on down here? There's maybe some dock. Okay, some towers shooting at boats. Okay, nothing too exciting, but it's a lot of noise, that's for sure. It's very, very noisy. But here we go. We have 4 rams right now, taking out those stables. Looks like he's trying to train lancers, but we do have look like a crossbow, some spearmen. Oh, is this going to be? Uh-oh. You know about the Doubt keep drop, right? But have you seen the Beastie Cutie Delhi Sultanate 15 villager to keep drop? There it is. Oh my. So this is going to be a critical moment in this game. Can Doubt do anything to stop this? Dropping a counter keep. Doubt says, hold on a second. I invented this game. And he's we got 2 keeps going up right by each other. Classic Age of Empires. Nothing like constructing large stone structures quickly next to each other in one space. But meanwhile, on the back line, we have those rams going to town on that Abbasid town center. And, an additional keep. In case 1 keep wasn't enough, we've got 2 keeps going down right now. Let's take just a look at this. Look how beautiful it is. We've got the rams going on. We've got 2 keeps shooting at each other. I really do love the architecture of these buildings, or the aesthetic, how they look. It's just really cool. Great job to the design team on this. They really are beautiful structures. I really enjoy it. I love just putting it in cinematic mode sometimes here. Meanwhile, we do have the capital towns that are going down. Probably not a huge surprise to you. And it looks like those Rams have set their eyes on that keep. Surprised not to see him moving in on that House of Wisdom right now, as that would be a win condition. But maybe he just has had enough of that keep and is taking the Rams to it. Okay, let's get back out of this cinematic mode. What's actually going on? No one's... looks like BCQD's side of the river is clear of enemy forces, and he is moving in on that House of Wisdom. That will be the last landmark. And I'm afraid to say it, my friends, but I do think this is probably going to spell the end of Doubt's civilization here. I don't know what he has in store to possibly stop all these Rams, all these man-at-arms. He's trying to rebuild his stables in the back line. But I just don't think it's going to be enough to stop all of these units. Interesting that these Rams are still working through some military buildings. I think he could have gone maybe straight for the House of Wisdom. Now we do some villager pools. Sometimes if you don't pay attention, you look away for 1 second to re-macro. Some villagers can sneak up and pop your Rams, so you gotta be careful about that. Looks like he's trying to drop a keep on the back line. I'm not sure if that's really going to give him the defense he needs. As these Rams are going to continue to advance. I'd almost say pull those villagers, go try to take a whack at that. Look, there's a very low health battering ram right there. He could go after it, but I'm not sure if he will. Well, there we go. Villagers being pulled. Last ditch effort here to try to kill these Rams. I think that Ram's just about dead. 10 HP left to go. 4 HP, 1 HP. Down it goes. 2 Rams go down, but there are still 4 behind it to take its place. So now the clock is ticking for Doubt. Can he save his House of Wisdom from annihilation? Rams working on it, and man, this is not looking good. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to stop this. Look at those Rams go. Villagers coming out. They're trying to repair it. They are doing an okay job repairing. We do have some archers. Oh, rather was that the keep? The keep maybe taking some shots at... No, it was out of range. Oh, it's the crossbows. Okay. There we go. Keeping all those knights off. Yeah, those knights aren't going to touch all these infantry. Just no way. And I think this is certainly going to be the end for Doubt. So, just to recap this game, what you guys saw here, we had a river start here early on. We had a fight over the water. Abbasid have their cheaper docks, but Delhi have their attack fishing boats. And BCQD was able to stand right in front of the enemy's docks and idle their fishing boats. A smart move here on a river map to control the early eco on the water. And then from there, we had some reactionary outposts put down, but they just weren't able to really get a whole lot of value and probably just slowed Doubt down from doing anything else aggressive on the map. GG is called, or rather, at least the landmarks have been defeated. And BCQT will be taking the victory with the Delhi Sultanate versus Doubt's Abbasid Dynasty. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about this game, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.